Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Contest of Speed and to EU1 in particular. We are live from the Sakir circuit in Bahrain, a virtual version of it at least, for round 6 of the Season 17 Championship. Apologies for the slightly delayed start. A few technical issues on our end, but we're all good to go now. And Stochke, first man to set a lap with a 28.2. Quickly beaten though by Himi and Stochke's teammate PW Jones with a 27.6. Jumping across then now, let's have a look at one of the V-carbs. It's right on board with our Rosa show as he heads for his first lap of the evening. Tricky turn 10, hits the apex nicely, bit of a rear lock though. Blank curve, turn 12. The only straight on the circuit without the DRS zone on it. Crosses the line with a 1:28.7, puts himself into 5th place. And the Fizz very unlucky last time out at Imola, had the misfortune of a penalty and also a failed wing change at a pit stop, which cost him an opportunity to win the race. He'll be looking to bounce back with a good performance tonight. Problems down at Aston Martin. We've got one driver who is complaining about EA in the stream chat. Neither currently on circuit, so we'll jump across as soon as one does. Let's have a look. Who's on a lap? Well, we are watching the Fizz on a lap at the moment, but whether he's pushing enough to improve his time, we'll see when he gets to the Sector 2 split. Yeah, I'll be right, Matt. And Fizz pitting in at the end of that lap. Let's give the Ferrari some air time. Young Himi on his out lap. So Himi last week was sort of a qualifying superstar, really put his Ferrari near the front of the pack, but the setup he chose didn't give him an opportunity to push on for any major honours. Ended up dropping out the top 3 and I think out of the top 5 by the end of the race. He'll be looking again to bounce back, have a much better performance, match his qualifying but improve the race. Slight lock up there into turn 10. Towards the sector 2 split now. Let's see how he's doing. Climbs the hill through turns 11 and now 12. Also known as blank curve for any long-time viewers of this this channel and these streams. 3/10 up for Himi. Just 2 corners to go now. Feels like 1, but officially is 2. Improves by 3/10, just over 3/10. Takes him back into second place. Let's go now. So I've jumped to one of the Astons. Let's jump to one of those Astons. That has invalidated, so let's try the other one, who is purple in sector 1, and that is a... well, it's definitely a PB. It might be a session best for Riyadh. We'll have a look, and we'll soon find out. Anyway, he's flying through the middle sector at the moment. Through the final 2 corners then. Power for the line. Let's see what he can do. 27.6 to beat. It will be a 28.3. Improvement of nearly 7/10. Puts him into 5th place. I think that will have been a session best first sector. Let's get some Red Bull airtime as well. Falawi then returning tonight. Red Bull having representing them. He's also gone purple through sector 1. Gets lucky there on the exit of turn 7. Not to pick up a... well, in the race he would have picked up a warning. Here it would have invalidated his lap time. A lot of drivers starting to improve now as the track rubbers in and temperature starts to drop. Also not to overheat those tyres. Falawi puts his car into 9th place, 28.8. We've got a nice field spread so far, particularly in the midfield. Aston Martin on and out lap. A couple of drivers look like they might be improving. We'll stick with the Aston for now and keep an eye on the times. So we have the sole Haas of the Fizz heading towards the line. Let's see if he can improve his time overall. And I think he's actually going to box. Indeed he does. Falawi will be boxing as well. So the only car remaining is Rosa, the V-carb. No, Nick, I hope so. That would be fun, but 2 stops should do it. As much as the game recommends 3 and 4, actually. 2 stops should be enough for it. Rosa boxes as well, leaving Matt with a perfectly clear track ahead of him. Let's ride on board and watch this lap. So Hasmania then, another man looking to improve his qualifying performance. Really trying to heat those tyres. Watch out for the McLaren behind him. That's Cornish Mantis. He is on a lap. He's well out of the way. So let's go back. Matt then having what will be his final attempt. Matt is in a position of recovering from quite a nasty injury. If you were here last week, he's still part cyborg. So effectively racing in these events is like rehab for him at the moment. All going well for Matt so far. Kept it on the island. That's the main thing. 4 corners to go now. Sets 2 split is here. 106.3. We don't know how that fares. It is a personal best. And all the others have been invalid so far. Taking a steady line through the final corner. Drives for it. 28.4, puts himself in the 6th place. Good run from Matt. Hasmania then, the other man, under pressure for qualifying. Currently 4/10 up, looking at 28.6. Depending on his final 2 corners. And the drive for the line. Runs deep, but keeps it up in the white lines. Crosses the line, and 28.5 goes just behind Matt into P7. Mantis is coming into the pits. The Fizz currently just under 4/10 up. He's looking at a 28.5. This could put him from 12th to 6th. Jones goes faster still. Fizz goes up to 6th. As Rosa beats him as well, just behind. A nice little bit of a tow on the exit there. Dimi has improved his time. It's not enough to take pole though. Misses out by just over 0.7 of a second. Not many cars to go now. Matt, we know, is on an in lap. Got Lewis and then Falawi. Lewis then, can he get himself into the top 10? He can. Goes P9 and Falawi goes into 5th place, 28.3. So you've got all the drivers from P5 to P12 separated by less than 0.2 of a second. That should give us some good racing. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that, Nick. These guys are freaks of nature. They're just so much faster than most regular people could ever imagine. PW Jones then takes pole position, 1:27.490. His time just over 700ths back. Young Himidimi in the Ferrari is hoping he will be able to improve on his race results last time out. After failing to capitalise on a positive qualifying. Cornish Cuss rounds out the top 3. Yeah, I know you can, Matt. I'm going to change it in a second. As these guys get ready for their race, let's get some predictions in the chat then, everybody. Who do you think is going to be on pole? Oh, not on pole. Who do you think is going to be race winner? Who's going to be first retirement? First to get a penalty. Podium finishes. Whilst we wait for that, I will be 1 second. I just need to make a setting change. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, Matt's in the chat saying, surprisingly, it's a dry race. Yeah, for Bahrain, yes, very surprising. Although not the most surprising out of all of them. If you catch the drift of the sarcasm. Bahrain has been known to rain, actually. Raced in pre-season testing this year, I think. It's the same with all the races in the Middle East. So here in Bahrain, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, as much as they're all in predominantly desert-bound countries, they are all, the exception of maybe Qatar at Lusail, coastal, or on islands that are small enough to be affected by coastal weather, which is why we still get the occasional wet session, albeit very rarely. Okay, we are over our 60 seconds, so the drivers can ready up whenever they're ready. We can get racing. So while we're waiting for the drivers to finish their setup tweaks and strategy changes, we'll bring back an old classic, and I'll do me plugs, shall I? haven't done plugs for a while. So, if you are enjoying what you see, make sure that you subscribe to us on both Twitch and on YouTube, where you can watch all of the races we've ever streamed back at your viewing leisure. We are live currently, well, we've got 4 races a week at the moment, but that obviously is set to expand as more drivers join the league. So if you are watching this and want to jump in and feel like you can do better than what you see on screen, or even behind the camera, if you feel you can do better than me, which, let's be honest, isn't going to be difficult. Not really. But if you want to give it a go, feel free to join the community. There will be a link in both bios, and there will also be Nightbot in the Twitch chat as well that will post the link to our Discord server, where you can sign up, join in all the fun. Let's get ready to go racing then. 5 lights are on, and away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Good start from our 2 leaders. We've got some front wing end plate there flying off early on, and it all seems sensible going through turn 1. Another end plate flying off there from someone at the back. Let's see if we can spot who it was. A lot of end plates flying off early on here. Is that both Astons, I think, with damage? Riyadh. Oh, Sarah Lee, thank you for following the channel. It's lovely to have you. I think we've got damage for Matt, currently in P13, dropping down from his starting position. Let's have a look at the tyre choices everyone has made. So all mediums apart from 3 drivers, that being Falawi, currently in P5, Hasmania in P11, and Matt had started on them. So that's going to put his strategy rather into the weeds somewhat. Out front though, PW Jones has held his lead from the start, from pole position. Himi Diaz is just behind him, with Cornish Kush, Stoshke and Falawi bringing up that top 5. So we're going to have a change of leader though into turn 1. No DRS as of yet. On board with Jones as we chase down that Ferrari. DRS active on this lap now, so wing is open behind us. Chooses to stay put. It's that flashing red light on the Ferrari ahead of us, showing that he is recharging the battery. An extra boost of electrical energy he can use to try and fend off it's Williams, who will want that lead back as quickly as possible. Wing open there for Jones, recharging the whole way down the straight. I will pull up telemetry shortly as well. This is where Jones should think about his strike at our leader at the moment. It's actually Stoshko with the fastest lap of the race so far, 131.8. And Jones unable to make an impact on the lead of him at the moment, running more wing potentially, which will help keep his tyres in better condition for a longer period of the race. Might also be trying to just bide his time a little bit until his battery runs dry. But if you're disciplined with your management, you can recharge around here fairly easily in this middle sector. A lot of heavy braking in there, and sections of the circuit where you're running at less than 100% throttle, so plenty of opportunity for him to get that battery power back up. But let's pull that telemetry data up now. Jones, as you can see there, burning a little bit of energy down the straight, but with plenty in reserve. And Himi, not so much, but not in a bad position. Monjal, thank you for following. It's lovely to have you. Hope you enjoy the show whilst you're here. I do apologise for it being me just on my own. Normally there's two of us. And that will return next week. So, battle for the lead then. We have 4 cars in it at the moment, but predominantly it's going to be our 2 leading drivers. He's burning his full battery down the straight to keep Jones behind, but he goes deep at turn 1. Will he have the exit he needs to be able to hold off that Williams now? Or is Jones going to go for it? Not quite. He holds position for another lap. And you can see him he's doing there. As soon as he gets through those 2 DRS zones, he's turning off the battery, purely on power generated by the combustion engine. Fizz is the first man to pick up a track limit violation penalty. Fastest lap, as we said, Stoshke 1:31.892. But if you remember a lap ago, we were looking at Himi's battery. He's now started to burn a little bit more again. To medium energy. He isn't able to charge it completely to where it was the lap before. But he's not a million miles away. And that's going to be crucial for him when we get to the straight. Although, if Jones decides he wants to come past, there's not a lot I think Himi could do to stop him. Seen that every lap so far, that chop across to the right hand side of the straight in an attempt to break the toe early, but PW Jones is back ahead. Whether he'll stay there, because I think, and indeed he has, Himi has DRS now to try and retake that position on the run down to turn 4. Charles Leclerc-esque against Max Verstappen a few years ago. Jones locks up there as they battle through the corner side by side, but Himi, unfortunately, not quite able to get that move done. This battle then for the lead has actually now broken down. We had 4 cars in it originally. We now only have 3, with potentially even 2. Cornish able to just about keep himself in touch with that leading pair, but he is dangerously close to falling out of it. And Stoshke now, as we can see there, a little wobble halfway through turn 12. Drops half a second there and drops way away from the DRS window. Let's have a look at some position changes then from the majority of the field. The 2 Astons with an absolute torrid start, although I can attest to this. I had a similar start on Tuesday in my race and was able to recover to P4. So it's not over for them yet. Himi has retaken the lead then from Jones. Big winners off that, the opening 5 laps. We've got Cornish, Griffin and Lewis and Fizz even up 3 places each. Big losers, like we say, the 2 Astons down 6 and 4 places respectively. Potentially see a move from Falawi to take P5 away from the Fizz. Hard tyres will be starting now to be, I wouldn't say necessarily equal to mediums, but they'll start to lose the disadvantage that they had in the early stages. They will now be up to temperature. They'll have worn that first layer of rubber off the rim, so should have their peak performance around now. Jackson Marshall has followed the channel. Thank you very much, kind sir. It's a pleasure to have you. you're enjoying what you're watching. Cornish has managed to close that gap up a bit now, only 7 tenths rather away from Jones in that fight for first. Fizz trying to break. So big lock up though into turn 12, into 13 and 14. And we're going to see the Fizz pit early. Let's see what he goes for. We're on board with him into the box. House mechanics will now go to work. Hard tyres going on. And a new front wing as well, that might be why. Pit window, depending on what strategy they're on, Moncho, it would be from a medium tyre, we would be looking from around lap 9, lap 10. You could go lap 8 if you were trying an undercut. I'll put the current tyre selections on rather. Hard tyre will be looking to go between 15 and 18 laps, give or take. Two-stop race is preferable. You'd probably be looking at, if you were going to go for the two-stop, you want 12 laps on the hard tyre, and then 15 laps even on the hard tyre, and then 2 12 lap. Which doesn't work. Engage brain before trying maths. Two 9-lap stints on mediums and an 11-lap stint on the hard tyre is your optimum. If you're going for a one-stop, then the hard tyre you want to take to around lap 18 if you can do it. 15 is the minimum for that, and then try and get to the end on a set of medium tyres. So let's see, we've watched rather on board with the Fizz this whole lap, and I just wanted to see who he feeds out against, because we've got a lot of drivers reacting to his stop. Rosa, Mantis and Griffin. He's going to come out ahead of Griffin, but he'll slot in behind Mantis. Yeah, it is. Two-stop is preferable, definitely. Fizz gets straight ahead of Mantis while he can. Another lock-up though, he's going to be putting some flat spots and overheating those tyres. So we've seen Jones pit in all of that. From that leading battle onto a fresh set of medium tyres, he's gone medium. He's looking to use this now as an undercut opportunity to try and put some distance between himself and Himi once Himi stops. We've got a spinning Hasmania down at turn 12. Himi is staying out. We've seen Cornish pit, so let's see what the delta is between him and Jones when he comes out of the pit lane. It'll be interesting to see what tyre he goes to as well. So he's gone to the hard tyre. Jones coming past him now. You can see the mini-map in the bottom right-hand corner, and Cornish is out of the pits around 3 seconds back, and that's going to increase as well over this lap. So he's probably going to have lost between 5 and 6 seconds by the time he's got those hard tyres up to temperature. Which maybe is why he's staying out. He needs to make the most of these tyres while he can. Especially now he knows that Jones he definitely has to stop again, does Jones. He's not run 2 alternate dry compounds. So Lewis and Falawi then, close to one another. Lewis will be starting to lose performance in the mediums, and Falawi will be the faster car, at least on paper. Lewis with DRS open. Is he going to be able to... Himi's in. Is he going to be able to take Falawi? Spin for Mantis in the early part of Sector 2, but he's back on his way. PW Jones way out ahead of Himi. 2-lap extension, not really helping the Ferrari man, but it might pay dividends later on. He also has gone to the hard tyre, so could, in theory, go to the end. 20 laps to go, including the one we're on. No move from Lewis on Falawi though. Stojke currently in the lead, again yet to stop, same as Falawi and Lewis, those three the only ones left. We should see, and that we now probably will see, as Lewis start to drop back from the Red Bull here of Falawi. Especially at the point now we are at, means that the medium tyres are at the very, very end of what you would expect them to be able to do at a competitive pace anyway. You could probably get another couple out of them if you really wants to, but having started on them, I wouldn't personally want to try that. Meanwhile, we have a charging Rosa closing in on the Fizz. There's no real tyre advantage for either here. Rosa maybe with a couple of laps, with the Fizz pitting early. Crucially though, for the Haas, he's very close to being able to drop the V-carb. It might have something to do with the fact that Rosa running low on battery power. See, and the Fizz with half a battery still to use. Window as we see Lewis pit. Medium tyres going on, so he has gone medium for his first two stints. I wonder if he's going to try medium soft rather than using the hard tyre. It's bold, I like it. So we've got two stops for the majority. Stojke and Falawi still potentially on for a one stop. We'll see. So we've got 3 or 4 different strategies in play, which is the best way to have it. Why is it in the day, Blades? I'm not hosting, so don't you sling abuse at me. Be careful on Nightbot. No, he's fine, Mondra, don't worry. We know, Blades. It's all good. Nobody's being blinded, though. Behave yourself. Lewis then with that tyre advantage, both of a soft compound and fresher tyres, right on the gearbox of Rosa. Get some understeer of the dirty air from the car in front. This should be fairly straightforward pass for the Alpine. PW Jones has managed to extend his lead over young Himi, who is now 5 seconds back. But of course, Jones has to stop again. Himi technically does not. He wants to try and reduce those rears a little bit sooner rather than later. Otherwise, he's going to find it very difficult to either hold off Jones in the final stint or make up the ground when he makes his own stop. As we see, Stoshke into the pits then. 13 laps on his medium tyres. He's definitely going to go try the one stop, I think. Hard tyres are waiting for him. So he has 16 to go on those tyres. He's going to come out in this big group of cars, which should help him actually, at least to begin with. It'll allow him to get temperature in without having too much trouble, and he will have DRS as well to hold that P7, at least for a little while. And also will put him under pressure from behind while he tries to put some heat into those tyres. The Astons have not made the ground up that we thought they might early on after their poor starts. We are though closing in on Griffin now, and this group that's now forming behind Stoshke, and then further forward the Fizz. So there we can see now an accurate representation of the gap between Jones, Falawi and then Himi. So it's now up, well, it's dropped now actually to about 4.6, 4.7 seconds. So Himi's starting to build some pace, getting within DRS range of Falawi as well, so that will only help his cause. He does need to clear that Red Bull fairly quickly, just to not lose too much time. Dives for the move down the inside of turn 8 even. Very, very bold move, gets it done. Has lost approximately half a second though during that scuffle. Should now be able to pull away. Yes, everyone has now picked. Actually, I don't know if Falawi has. No, Falawi hasn't stopped yet, Monjo. So everyone except Falawi has stopped. We've lost one driver, that's Cornish Mantis, who retired in the pit lane. And I'll be honest, the strategies are playing out nicely. The one I'm interested in though is Himi's strategy. If he's going to stop again, or if he's going to try and hang it out to the end. Falawi going as long as he has as well is impressive, I have to say. Admittedly, the hard tyres can do it, but they will not feel very nice at this point. He will be struggling. Lewis has got his tyres up to temperature now, and he's starting to push his way back through the pack. He's heading towards the front of that central group of cars. The Fizz stands in his way. Oh yeah, from here he has to. He has to. But I'm starting to wonder whether he's going to try and get to the softs rather than stop for the mediums. Which I think would be a mistake. Not necessarily because the softs are a bad choice, but because he's going to lose so much time staying on the hards. He's not in range of Himi anymore, and he's going to drop behind Cornish now, which would be expected, but he's not able to use the cars that are overtaking him to speed himself up, if that makes sense. Because Kai, it's we just love racing. We don't mind when we do it. It's virtual anyway. No, they're all fine. They're all masochists. They love it. As we see, Caution gets past Falawi now. The Fizz is in the pits then for his second stop. 12 laps to go. And he's going for another set of hard tyres. Interesting call there from him, but that will definitely take him to the end. And I'm going to put Curse the commentator on the race now. No safety cars so far. No serious yellow flags to speak of either. We had a couple for the odd spin, but no real sort of threat of collision or retirement from either of those. And then Mantis, of course, retiring in the pit lane. That brings out a yellow flag, but nothing else. As we see, Jones in to make his second and what will be final pit stop. Now this is crucial. What tyre does he go to? He has to go to hards, of course. Could have gone softs. And I think that could be potentially his undoing there, going to the hard tyre and not stretching those tyres out another couple of laps to maybe head onto the softs for a final push. We saw his teammate there going into the back of Lewis and picking up some damage on the front wing. Let's see if he will hopefully not make this too difficult for his teammate. It doesn't seem that way though. Oh, this is hurting Jones's chance of a race victory. Needs to clear his teammate, needs to clear Lewis to try and charge down after him. Ferrari, of course, not having to stop again now. We've got Matt on 16 lap old tyres, so we know that the hards can just about make it. And then need to double his lap count and then a bit more. You see then Lewis into the pits. That's early. It must have been his wing then potentially that came off, and the two Williams dutifully swapping positions. Jones now back up to P4. Stoshke still holding P5 despite being overtaken, with Lewis boxing for fresh set of hard tyres. So I'm going to change the gap to leader, and we're going to have to keep a close eye on PW Jones. He's going to have 10 laps when he crosses the line the next time around, and roughly 16 seconds as it is at the moment. So he needs to average 1.6 seconds per lap for the next 10 laps. Assuming Himi stays out, of course. He's got to, right? He's got to from here. So we'll see what happens when Jones crosses the line. We'll see what the delta is. We'll see what he's got to average. Oh, we've got someone off very, very deep there at turn 15. Jones then 15.3 as we cross the line. So needs to average 1.5 seconds per lap for the next 10 laps. That's faster than Himi, of course. As we see, Falawi in the pit lane went very, very deep at 10.15. I don't know if he was able to keep it out of the wall or not. I don't know what the damage situation was, but came straight into the pit lane. Soft tyres on that Red Bull, but picked up a 10 seconds speeding penalty. So ultimately puts himself in a very, very unfortunate position. He's got himself ahead of Griffin. That's whether Griffin can retake that position or whether Falawi will just push on. He should just push on with soft tyres. We've got a spinning Aston. That looks like Riyadh. It is Riyadh. Turn 12 on the exit. We're going to stick with Falawi for now, though. Jones has just crossed the line, I believe, and is now down to 13.5, so 1.8 seconds that time around. He's on target at the moment. Of course, there is a Cornish cut in his way, so that will be a crucial overtake for him if and when that point in the race. Speaking of overtakes, Falawi will have DRS and has a fair chunk of battery to go hunting Rosa with. Doesn't need to use his battery, knows he's got the overspeed. Throws the anchor out for turn 1 and comfortably makes that move stick. Will Rosa fight it back, or will he just sit behind, knowing that's not really his race? So yeah, sits behind. So back up then to Jones. He's going to be looking to hit around the 12-second delta mark when he crosses the line, which at this point is going to be way above where he wants to be. Remember, 13.5 was his delta when he crossed the line last time round. He's taken another 1.8 off. We're at 11.6 now. And it's 8 laps to go. Because the 1.5 seconds we mentioned earlier, that's got to be an average. So going faster now is good, because he will be slower than it later on in the stint. Unless he's able to keep those tyres singing, which, if he can, is a fair achievement. He's doing all he can. So he's got to try and keep those hard tyres going for another 8 laps as well. So we can see this time around the progress is still very, very good. It's down to 10 seconds now, but not quite as profound as it was. I say that, he's just pulled another 3/10 out through the final two corners. I just need to stop talking. 9.6 as he crosses the line. So in 3 laps he's made up just shy of 6 seconds. So he's averaging around 1.8, 1.9 seconds a lap at the moment, faster than Himi. So in theory he will be within DRS range in 4 laps, leaving him 3 laps to get the move done. But he is pushing at this point. If Himi, look, he's burning a little bit, but he's keeping a healthy stock of battery power because he knows once Jones arrives, that's going to be his best defence, probably his only defence against the significantly faster moving Williams. We'll look at the interval times now just to see who's doing good, bad or indifferent. Ross has managed to keep himself within DRS range of Falawi, so at the minute we'll overtake him on penalties and might even be coming back into this. Soft tyres will have had their initial party time. So they came out of the blankets and onto the car, but now maybe just starting to fall away a little bit. Jones now 7.5. 2 seconds that lap. He is losing a little bit of time in that first sector, isn't he? Compared to everywhere else, I mean, he's still gaining, but the straight line speed of Himi then seems to be better than Jones. Seems to have more wing on the Williams than the Ferrari. It's one of these interesting scenarios for anyone who's a real strategy nerd to see which of these two comes out on top. And I'll be honest, I think Cornish Cush is going to play a crucial role here. Depending on when Jones catches him and how fast he can get past him, will determine just how much time he's going to have to be able to get past Himi. So it will be 5 to go as we cross the line. The gap looking like it will probably be around the same, 5 seconds. So he's managed to average being 0.3, well, a third of the delta time faster than he needs to be. It's 5.9 seconds actually at this point. Could that advance now be starting to falter a little bit? Could there be somewhere on those hard tyres, could there be the dirty air from Cornish Cush causing Jones just to have a little bit of understeer in some corners, a bit more energy through those tyres? See, can Cush hold position, or will Jones be ahead at his first opportunity? Munjal thinks Himi's got it. I think it'll depend. If Jones can get past before turn 1, I think we've still got a battle on our hands. If he's held up to turn 4 and maybe even beyond turn 4, I think it's game over. Oh, and Cornish has left the session. No! That's going to make the move easy for Jones. He's straight through. Oh, I think it's still on then. 4 laps to go. 5.4 seconds. To average just over a second a lap. We'll be around 1.2, 1.3 now, compared to the 1.5 we had earlier. And he's got clean air to do it in. Lock up for Jones there, now down to 4.5 seconds. Do apologise if there's anything else going on in the race with someone you're a particular fan of watching, but I want to watch this charge. Down to 4 seconds now, 4.1, 4 flat. It's currently not enough. He needs to pick up the pace. Just taking too much out of the tyres early. Or has he still got some to give? 3.5 now, brilliant middle sector. I think his tyre's going to hit a cliff as he's just going to fall away. 3 to go then, 3.2 seconds. Now down to 1 second per lap. He needs to be faster than him. So that jump, just wanted to see. Yeah, he is, but he's going to have DRS when he gets there. It's going to be a case of how he manages his battery, I think, Monjo. I think you're right. Ferrari is faster in a straight line. Williams better through the corners, but fresher tyres are going to compound that advantage. It's going to help him in traction zones as well to try and mitigate the advantage of the Ferrari in a straight line. So it's going to be who's able to manage their battery better and who is able to really put the hammer down and get ahead at the right time. So Jones then now 1.7 behind. If he has the same end to this second sector as he had last time round, he'll be right on the cusp of DRS. To say, we've not had a massive amount of on-track action, but the strategical battle tonight has been magnificent. Jones then 1.1. Himi keeps him just out of DRS range. Can he keep him there for the second DRS? So no, not quite. No, 9 tenths. 8.5 tenths back. Ferrari losing time now heavily in all traction zones and medium and low speed corners. Jones will have so Himi's ERS level is at 38%. He is recharging though, so he'll probably end up with about half a battery, which is what he had before when they were fighting at the start of the race. So there's potential. Jones has used up a fair chunk of his battery as well, so he's only at 70% at the moment. He's recharging as well, but the tyre advantage he's got is going to be big. And the question you've got to ask yourself is whether Himi wants to play any games anywhere, whether he wants to go for some gamesmanship with DRS zones. So he's entitled to do so when we get there. Does he want to go for something cheeky? Or does he just want to stay out front and use that pace advantage? So let's see. Let's ride on board with Jones again. This is his apex there, which might compromise his run a little bit. DRS is open, battery's burning. And he's going to hold it through turn 1, squeezes a little bit, uses the lockup to his advantage to get the car rotated. Jones then tucks in behind, little twitch on the exit. Could that cost him? Himi out of battery, you can see the red flashing lights. Jones trying to go around the outside contact between the two. Jones will have to give that position back. I don't think he's going to. He might try and force his way ahead and try and jump far enough ahead to avoid dropping a position on the penalty. See, Himi with DRS. This is his one opportunity to get back in front, and he's too far back. He's not going to make that work. You can just see, look at the tyres there at the front. Seen smoother faces on a teenager than that. So it's going to be Jones that will cross the line first. There'll be question marks over that overtake into turn 4. It'll be up to him whether he wants to send it into the stewards or not. Jones wins the race. Himi in second place. Cornish Kush will take third. Ghost car or not, he will be classified. He covered much more of the race than he needed to. Yeah, he could have done, Monjo, you're right, if he'd been a little bit more disciplined. But you never know, it might go to the stewards and we might have some controversy yet. Sojke in P4, the Fizz will take 5th place. Lewis's car will take 6th as he runs out of fuel. Rosa then has managed to get to the front of that gaggle of cars fighting for the lower points positions. It will be he who takes 7th, Griffin 8th, Falawi will cross in P9, will not have it as Riyadh overtakes on penalties to take 9th place. Falawi is in P10 at the moment. Hasmania battling with Matt actually for P11. This is just for pride on track. Hasmania has so many penalties, I think. Indeed, 12 seconds to Matt's 3. See, final 2 cars and racing all the way to the line. And we've had it, EU1 Season 17 Bahrain Grand Prix. The on-track action was, well, there was some of it there, definitely, particularly towards the end of the race, but the main point of contention was strategy and then that overtake on the final lap. Contact between the 2 leading drivers might go to the stewards, might be chalked up as a racing incident by the drivers, and that they'll settle for the positions they have. But for now, it's PW Jones on the top step for Williams. Managed to use the advantage of the tyres to get back at a slower moving Ferrari, who tried everything on those tyres. That strategy just not quite working out. 1 lap too many for him. Next race for these guys will be in exactly 1 week's time. Thursday evening, 9 p.m. in the UK. That is 10 p.m. Central European, and I want to say 4 p.m. Eastern will be the next race. But if you can't wait that long, there will be another race in approximately 3 hours and 45 minutes time. That'll be 2 a.m. in the UK, 3 a.m. Central European, and 9 p.m. Eastern for AM1. And that will also be at Bahrain, the race later on tonight. Next week's race will be from the streets of Singapore. So real battle of endurance next week. So we hope we can see you all there. Make sure you follow us on all the socials, like I said, and you head over and subscribe to both Twitch and on YouTube. Or follow on Twitch, rather. Don't need to subscribe. You can if you want. We'd all appreciate it. Just so you stay up to date with everything that we do, and you can watch back some of the other races as well. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.